Are you sick and tired of getting deleted from MySpace or censored because you dared to post something about Infowars.com? Well, check out RestoreTheRepublic.net. Imagine a Facebook and MySpace all combined into one, but specifically targeted for patriots. That's what you'll find at RestoreTheRepublic.net, so check it out.
Welcome back, and as promised, and thank you for making it possible. Your donations made this report possible. Here it is. This is the full report from that meeting, including the footage from the capturing of the flag of Jekyll Island.
The purpose of this meeting, I think, is twofold. First, to demonstrate that there is a coalition forming here, that there is unity within the liberty, freedom-oriented organizations around America, the Constitution-based organizations, that there is a coming together finally.
I'm just excited to be around so many people that, you know, are thinking on the same level I am and are about the issues that we're working on, and really have the experience and the credentials to come together and create something powerful and do something productive with it.
Continental Congress that has been meeting here is not to be construed as a disestablishment of the Constitution or our form of government.
We need a plan. And the plan is the Continental Congress 2009. And so these folks are getting together to talk about that and to critique it and to lay the groundwork for the Continental Congress, which will happen later this year, if that's the will of the people, these leaders.
It is a step in the direction of amalgamating and bringing together diverse organizations, diverse viewpoints, diverse styles, all of whom, all of these organizations and individuals are moving more or less in the same direction, but entirely too independent of each other.
One of the things that I love about this particular event is that when you talk to an activist on any one of these issues and you say, what's the most important thing our country faces, inevitably the answer is my issue, whatever that is. And we all feel that way, otherwise we wouldn't be so passionate about what it is that we do.
It's extremely important. It's the most significant thing I think that's happened to our country in a long, long, long time. We're here in Jekyll Island, where the central bankers, in this meeting in the same room where the central bankers met, who devised a plan to essentially take over our country.
It is a statement of redress legalistically to the current administration, to the American people, that we as Americans are going to return to our beloved Constitution and enact and provide legal methods in which to return to the original document and its practices.
It's absolutely essential that we met here to restore our Constitution, because the central bankers have been so central to the movement to the efforts to destroy our Constitution. So I think it's a historic event.
The value of this meeting is that it is a step in the direction of bringing these diverse groups and styles and individuals together, so that even though they continue to operate as independent entities, they are in agreement with each other insofar as principles are concerned.
In our movement, there's so much of it that's driven, so much of our passion is driven by resistance of authority. We have a hard time often coming together and saying we're going to create organizations and structures that help us forward our goals, even though they're voluntary, and it's about people working together because they have that passionate anti-authoritarianism. So bringing people together, you know, like herding cats, well, we got some of the biggest cats in our movement on this train, and Bob Schulz was able to get them herded in the same direction for just a couple days, so, you know, I'm really happy to be a part of that.
It is never a bad idea to put sincere people that want, you know, to be left alone, that want freedom, you know, that want to be able to express themselves and look for a better way of creating a better life for themselves and their children and their families and their friends.
But we all have at our fundamental core the desire to determine our own lives, to make our own decisions, and to have the government, for the most part, leave us alone. And the importance of this Jekyll Island meeting is that all of these groups are coming together to acknowledge our common goal, to be left alone by an out-of-control government, and an acknowledgement that, yes, we may have particular favorite issues that we want to focus on. All of that, if we do not have a government which is controlled and limited by the Constitution, then our personal motives and preferences are irrelevant.
And I think what's emerging from this event is a coalition building and an understanding that all of our issues, if you bring them together, really do boil down to our moving away from the Constitution, moving away from sovereignty.
It doesn't matter if you have freedom of speech if you're in a FEMA concentration camp. It doesn't matter. You're certainly not going to be allowed to have a gun inside a concentration camp. And all of our rights are predicated on a free America. And if we don't have a free America, all of the other questions become moot.
Sometime last evening, a detail formed and went out on the roof and took the flag that's flying over the Jekyll Island Club down and replaced it with the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag, which has been flying all night and all day here at the Jekyll Island Club. It's right over the rooms that the Federal Reserve was formed in 1910. It's flying over both the J.P. Morgan room and the Federal Reserve room. We're going to take the flag down and replace it with the Jekyll Island Club flag and present the flag to Mr. Griffin, the author of The Creature of Jekyll Island, as a token of our appreciation for his awakening the American public as to the atrocities committed by the Federal Reserve banking system.
It went very, very well. As far as I'm concerned, we accomplished more than we set out to accomplish. We had many leaders of liberty and freedom-oriented groups, Constitution-based groups present, and they all agreed, or it was near unanimous, that we have the Continental Congress 2009, that is the appropriate next step, and they're all committed to supporting the Continental Congress. It's going to be held in November. We're not quite sure of its location yet, but we'll announce that in the next week or two. The leaders of all of these groups have agreed to serve as an advisory board to the We the People organization and an organizing committee at the same time as an organizing committee for for the Continental Congress 2009. So how could we go wrong with that amount of talent, that amount of commitment?
Amidst these headlines, there is still hope. If you want a restored republic. But now is the time to take action. Now is the time to meet others and get organized at restoretherepublic.net. I want to thank you for joining me on this edition of the Reality Report. Please support the message of the independent media by forwarding this video to your friends, family, and coworkers. I'm Gary Franchi, and remember, I am not here to make you a follower. I am here to make you a leader among the people. Good night.